everyone, welcome to another video. This is like a haul of everything that I bought in Venice. And some of the stuff that I bought as a result of Venice, which I'm going to kind of explain in a second. Like, I've got my first ever Fendi bag. So a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to link to it below, but my husband David and I, we went to Venice. We went for a week and it was to celebrate our wedding anniversary. And I said in that video that when I went there, I didn't go there with the intention of shopping. That's not why we went there. If I didn't do YouTube, the way I would have kind of rolled if I'd gone there would have been, I'm really interested in local boutique shops selling like locally made things. I am not interested in any of the international brands because it gets boring. Like, it's boring enough back in the UK. Every high street these days looks exactly a carbon copy of the last, and it's really, really boring. Because we can't get a tax refund, then it doesn't work out any cheaper. In fact, by the time you've converted from GBP into euro, it's actually more. So I didn't go there with the intention of buying anything from there. So new, I haven't even unwrapped it. However, when we went into that department store, we were having a look around Fendi and I saw this bag. And I saw it and I really loved the look of it. Fendi, it's growing on me, I must confess. I've never bought Fendi before. I took a picture of it, I was like, when I get home I'm gonna buy it. Would you know, I bought this on Louisa Via Roma last week, and I have one of you to thank. I think you're called Jazz is your username. So Jazz basically knew of a 15% off coupon code that works on everything on Louisa Via Roma right now. Even things that have got a star next to it, everything. Gucci, Fendi, Bottega Veneta, like everything on that site right now, you can get 15% off. To be able to get 15% off this, which is a brand new bag out, and it's, do you remember that video I did about brands that I'd never pay full price for? Not because they're not worth it, but because I know I don't have to. I know that at points in the year you'll be able to get a discount. This was one of the brands and I so love this bag. So I'm gonna link below to where to get that coupon, like what the coupon is and stuff. And I'll also link to this if there are still any available. And also, I think this BALMAIN top, kind of like top cardigan jacket, I think they've still got this on there. This you'll be able to get the 15% off as well. It smells really nice. Looks like that on the inside. Here it is here. And it's got quite a thick shoulder strap that goes over, that's got red on that side, so you could like wear it either way. And I don't know what it was. I saw it in the shop and it looked really cute, but it looked like a perfect size, like a perfect way between a small and a mini size bag, but something that would still be quite practical. Now for the next. Some of you saw that I went into this shop. I've never used this brand before. They come with a dust bag. It's always a good sign. And this is them. I love, at the moment, I really love that plaid and tartan is so in at the moment. I really enjoy it every year, but I really like that this year it's like particularly big, or like herringbone as well. So I'd seen these are full leather, 85mm heel, but it looks higher because it's really slim, it looks higher. This is a good height for me. I like wearing a heel, makes my feet ache less, weirdly, but I don't like wearing something too high. Like there's a sweet spot with heels, I feel like. Too high is not nice, but flat, I feel there's no arch support. These are just ankle boots, as you can see. They're wool on the outside. So then, the next thing, I left the bag for this back in the hotel room because it was too big. But I went to Max Mara and I had seen, on the second day there, we walked past Max Mara and I'd seen this, it's like a short trench jacket, cropped kind of thing. I saw it in the window and the way they'd styled it, I loved the look of it. And so what I was doing in Venice is anything I did see that I wanted, I was taking a photo of it. And then when we get back to the hotel room or whenever I'd have some time, I'd just be like, make a mental note, and then I might look it up online and see if it's cheaper at home, which most of the time it was. Anyway, saw this jacket and I couldn't find it online anywhere. I don't know why. I couldn't find it. Maybe it's coming out later in this country. It was getting towards the end of the break, and we walked past it on another day, and when I walked past it again, I just thought, in case that ends up being like one of those weird country specific pieces that we never end up getting, or like you know when you just see it and you think, I just really want it, I just really want to wear it. That was when I decided to get it. Here is the big thing though. This is the thing that so many of you were asking me about. When we were in Venice, we went on a day trip to this island called Burano. And Burano is famous for lace making. There was this shop that you wouldn't see, there's a main square in Burano, and it's full of shops selling lace. But when you walk past the shops, they look like dusty old places that you wouldn't buy anything from. Like the first shop we went into, I just went into it from a tourist perspective, and it was full of like lace tablecloths and lace mats that you would put your glass on. Weirdly, when we got in there, I started looking beyond it. So it was kind of a mess in there. If you look at this, like take a moment to look in the background. It kind of looked quite messy and quite rustic. But when I started looking deeper, I was seeing more modern things. And they had this lady in there who was sat making something at the time. Could be for tourist reasons. But then I think it was the owner of the shop was showing us a work in progress piece of lace. And she was explaining that on this piece of lace, which would go on like a side table or something, there was all these different techniques or styles of lace within the main thing. And she was saying that somebody who does lace making doesn't necessarily know all of those techniques. That particular piece of lace will take like 10 people to all do their bit and then pass it on to the next person. But they had dresses in there that were Zimmermann style. And I didn't show you everything that I tried on. I think I showed you 2 things. This is their shop. This is literally what the shop looks like. I walked in and I was like, oh, this is cute, but I'm not gonna buy anything. I really liked the design of this. This is long to the floor and it's lined underneath, but the lining underneath, exactly like Zimmermann, the lining's like a short skirt. So when you wear it, it looks like you've got a short skirt on underneath with like this over the top, which I really liked the look of. And this is one thing I checked. When you go and buy things on Burano, if they're a tablecloth, you're not going to have this, but if it's a dress, make sure you look at the care instructions on the inside, because I heard this before I went, but sometimes they'll say it's made in Italy, and like the tag on the back of the neck will be like made in Italy, but then when you look at the care instructions, it says made in China, and you've just paid a fee for something that is from China. This is made in Italy, and it's dry clean. Oh God. She did say I could hand wash this. She said put it in a pillowcase and then you can put it in the washing machine, but it says it's dry clean. So that was the first. And then the second, I wanted to get a skirt, and this skirt is slightly different to the skirted bit on the other. And again, it's got the tag there. You know, the thing is, I really like the Zimmermann dresses, but I can't bring myself to spend that money on them. And I know some of you might be like, how can you not, you know, when you've bought other things for similar money? I don't know what it is. I've tried them on and I don't love the quality enough to pay the money for them. It's not that the quality's bad, it's just that I've never tried on one of their dresses that has been like over £1,000, and I've like, which normally the longer ones are. And I also find the fits weird. Like I'm between sizes in Zimmermann. Who remembers, if you saw that video, when we were walking around, David and I found this really lovely shop that hand makes all their own plates, cups, vases, and it's kind of like, I really like the style of it. The first couple of days we were in Venice, it was not particularly nice because We went when it was school holidays, which was a bad idea, but on the first 2 days there was a cruise ship that had turned up. And you have never known crowds like it. For anyone who's been to Venice, you know how all of the streets are really narrow? Well, there was so many people that from the moment we walked out of the hotel room in the morning till the evening, you would basically join a queue of people, and you couldn't stop to look in a shop window. You would just be pushed along with everyone. And if you did stop, you'd get barged and pushed and tutted at, and it made it a very stressful experience. And like on the second day, David and I borderline wished that we hadn't gone, because although it was beautiful, it was like, I don't want to leave the hotel and be like pushed and shoved and it's really hot. And you'd get to those bridges that go over the canals and there'd be like groups of people trying to do like a million photos, but they'd have someone stood in the middle of the bridge to take the photos, and so then everyone would stop to like let the photos happen. And it was just like really like too much. But then on, I think it was the third or the fourth day, the ships left and it was still busy, but it quietened out a lot. And it turned out there was this shop right near our hotel that we'd walked past a bunch of times, but we'd never seen in the window because we never got a chance. And it was selling these interior items. And I asked them as well at the time, and they said, yeah, we've got a website and you can buy on the website and we ship internationally, because we were thinking about getting some more items, but we didn't want them to smash in transit. But the richness of that gold, I don't know if it's showing on camera, but in real life, it's a real deep yellow gold, and it just looks like you're drinking a cup of gold. These came in multiple different colors. She had, there was white, black, green looked really good. It was kind of like quite a muted teal green, and it looked really good. There was also purple. She did espresso cups, teapots, candle holders, the whole thing. So if you're into kitchenware and you want something that's a bit different, and you want something that's got that handmade feel to it, that's what really attracted David and I. It was like, that's nice. It's not just something from IKEA. It's something that's got a story behind it, and it looks pretty. It looks good. Now for the final items, which I bought in duty free. I walked past this brand. Now, one of you, who I don't know, a subscriber, a couple of months back, you sent me makeup from this brand called Pupa Milano. We can't get it in the UK, and I'd never heard of it before. And the stuff you sent me, the quality is so good, and I love the packaging. I love everything about it. And when I was walking through the terminal, I saw a counter for this, and I stopped to go and have a look. And I had a look and I was like, I'm gonna get some stuff. So the first thing that I got is this, which is a bronzer set that comes with a brush. The other thing that I saw, now at first I saw this and I laughed, but then I decided to get it because in a couple of weeks' time, Dave and I, for our work, we've got a meeting that we've got to go to. We've got some work stuff basically, and it's in Singapore. And it's such a long flight and such a long trip that I don't want to take masses of stuff. And I'd seen this, and you're like, what is it? Guys, this has got everything in it that you need. Look, you open it up, and on the inside, it's got lipsticks in colours that I wear, a lip gloss kind of thing at the top. It's got a mirror, so you can do all your stuff. It's got eye products. Again, those colours are colours that I would use. That, when I go to Singapore, makeup wise, I'm gonna take my skincare, mascara, eyebrows, and that's it, I'm done. And I liked the look of it. This is called Bird 2. They were all different numbers and they all had different colours going on in them. Then two final things, just a plain makeup blender, which, because I have one, but it stinks now because it's been used too many times. Sorry, TMI. Keep putting it in the washing machine, but you know, after a while, they've had their day. And then I got this mascara, which I'd seen by the same brand as well, and I really liked the look of the wand on it. Like, it looks like I'm gonna be able to really separate and make the lashes look really long. Anyway, I'm gonna talk less and leave you. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.